And welcome to the trial for Wynne Kaufman. She is concerned about the risk that AI poses to all of us and civilization, and chained herself to the doors of OpenAI to try to stop them from building more of it. And now she is facing trial and hoping to get a necessity defense for this action. And here she is to speak on this issue, Wynne Kaufman.
Thank you. One second. Sorry, I had it ready and then my phone went. Okay, hi. My name is Wynne Kaufman. Thank you for being here today. I'm about to go on trial for blockading the doors of OpenAI, which is a leading company in the global race to develop frontier AI systems, sometimes called artificial general intelligence, AGI, and artificial superintelligence, ASI. So who am I, and how did I get to this place and circumstance at this time? Well, I'm 68 years old. I grew up in the Jewish community of Detroit. I obtained a bachelor's degree from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor in mechanical engineering. At the age of 22, I moved to Berkeley to attend graduate school at the University of California. I obtained a master's degree in continuum mechanics. Then I made my life in the Bay Area. I raised my child in Berkeley. She is part of the vibrant, queer bicycle community in the Bay Area. I love my daughter, and I'm very proud of her. I'm terrified that she will not have the opportunity to live the long life that I have had due to the development of these frontier AI systems. I was a 10-year engineering professor at City College of San Francisco for 40 years before retiring. During that time, I also dedicated myself to various social justice movements, including Nicaragua Solidarity, homeless person advocacy, defending public education, and national liberation movements, specifically in Palestine and Western Sahara. I joined the fight to stop AI because I was convinced by the experts and the CEOs of these companies themselves that the risk artificial superintelligence poses to human extinction is very real and most likely very close, possibly in the next 1 to 5 years. But I also feel the urgency to act due to the current harms already caused by existing AI systems, and the fact that AI structurally accelerates a structurally violent system. To name just a few of the specifics, the first AI-fueled genocide continues in Gaza and is expanding to Lebanon and beyond. OpenAI's ChatGPT has already been implicated in user suicides and mass shootings. Massive layoffs threaten the livelihood and meaning of countless lives. Our society is facing a dystopian level of surveillance. And there's more that I don't have time to go into, but I didn't even mention the climate problem and the data centers. The roots of its technology and its push by tech billionaires is the same as any cause I've fought for: the insatiable greed for profit over human needs, and the blind indifference to those in our society who are most in need. Our government is not acting. In fact, it has encouraged and fueled the race to superintelligence with no informed consent from the populace. We all must speak out and act now to end the race and institute a permanent global ban on the development of artificial superintelligence. I took action to block the doors of OpenAI in order to disrupt their business and halt this catastrophic development. This technology is too dangerous to be built. Please join us in StopAI.
Thank you so much, Wind. Thank you so much, Wind. Next up, we have AI professor David Kruger, who's been warning people about the dangers of these systems for over 12 years, and recently has taken a break from his research to found a nonprofit called Evitable that is raising awareness for this issue full time. David Kruger.
Thank you. Thank you, Valerie, and thank you, Win. The risks posed by OpenAI's activities are real, imminent, and unacceptable. We're here today for Win's trial to celebrate her courage standing up against OpenAI's activities. Now, I want to talk about the reason these risks are so dire. The risk is massive in scope. It affects all of us. It's imminent. It may happen this year, this decade. And it goes very deep. It is not easy to make superintelligence safe. It may not be possible. We don't know how to do it. So Sam Altman has been very clear many times that the technology they are developing at OpenAI could lead to the end of humanity. And he's also been very clear that they intend to continue pursuing this technology despite that risk. He's not the only one. CEOs of the leading companies have all acknowledged the dangers of their activities. And so have independent experts, leading experts, the people who developed the fundamental technology underlying today's AI systems, the Albert Einsteins and Stephen Hawkings of AI, as well as Stephen Hawking himself, have told us this is an incredibly dangerous technology. Hundreds of AI researchers signed a statement 3 years ago saying mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority. On average, AI experts say there is a 1 in 6 chance that AI leads to human extinction or something equivalently bad, such as the permanent disempowerment of humanity or dystopian outcomes. That's the scope of the risk. Now, when I got into the field, most people thought that we would not develop human-level AI in our lifetimes. They thought it was not on the foreseeable horizon. Many people now think it's already here, or it will be here in a few years. Even the skeptics now say it's probably at least several years away. They used to be saying decades, now they're saying years. This is an imminent risk. We do not have time to mess around here. Now, there are 3 things that you might hope we're able to do to keep AI safe as we make it more powerful. You might hope that we can control it, or that we can understand it, or that we can test it and see if it's safe. We don't know how to do any of these things. Already, we see that AI systems misbehave, encourage people to kill themselves. Nobody wants that behavior. Nobody, wants that. And this is only going to get harder as AI systems get more powerful. So the situation we're in is completely insane. And it is mind-boggling that we allow these companies to continue racing to build this dangerous technology, given the risks and given how little we know about how the systems work and how to control them. Essentially, these companies have put a gun to all of our heads, and we're being told that we simply have to lie down and take it. How is it just that OpenAI can build a technology that might kill everyone, and you get arrested for simply trying to stop them from building that technology? It's not. Now, if OpenAI succeeds in building superintelligence, there's really two possible paths for humanity. One, where OpenAI controls this technology and dictates the course of the future, disempowering everybody, taking all of the jobs, and completely transforming society in whichever way they decide they want to do so. The other is where they lose control of the technology completely, a risk that they repeatedly acknowledge. These paths, these risks, these actions are completely unacceptable. But there is a third path. None of this is inevitable. We can stop it. We must stop it. So I'm asking you, everyone listening, to stand up to AI companies and start taking action today, non-violently. Educate yourselves. Talk to your communities and the people around you about these risks. Take political action and resist AI when it's showing up in your community in ways that you don't like, whether that's in your work, in your school, data centers being built in your community. We all need to come together to address this risk. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David.
Stop AI now!
Stop AI!
Stop AI!
Stop AI! Stop AI! Stop AI!
Stop AI!
And next up, with that wonderful call to action, for another call to action, we have Guido Rexstetter, who participated in WIN's action, but he is a activist just with tons of energy, and recently was in Washington, D.C., so the court cases have become a little desynced. But here is Guido to talk about direct action.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, how are you all today? Thank you all for coming out. Thank you so much. Can we do this? Can we stop AI?
Yes.
Hell yeah, we can.
Hell yeah.
There are billions of us, billions of people who fundamentally disagree, who oppose the development of this technology. We have the power implicit in us to stop its development, to take control of our future, and to build the world that works for us. The only thing that we need is the courage to step into that power that we all have. So over a year ago, Derek and I and a few others sat down non-violently and blocked the doors of OpenAI. We took direct action to stop the development of a technology that its own developers say threatens the existence of the human race. We're being accused of interfering with a business. That is not a legitimate business. Any activity that fundamentally threatens the future of everyone on Earth is not a legitimate business. It is a crime. It's a crime against humanity. And it's our responsibility to act directly to stop it. When our government is either too slow or distracted or wants to push this technology forward, as our current government does, against the wishes of the people, against the best interests of humanity, we have two options. We can remain in the passive role of bystanders. We can passively give up our power to change the world. We can comfort ourselves with the hope, the belief that someone else has got this, that they'll take care of us, or that it'll all work out in the end. This is a delusion. The future will belong to those who make it. It's our responsibility, for the sake of our children, for the sake of our families and everyone we love, to take control of our futures and our destinies, to work together, to break through the fear, the uncertainty, the doubt that's holding us back from our true power. And I want to say that direct action is our right. We have a right to stop this threat to our lives and the lives and well-being of everyone we love. It's our responsibility. How can we say we love our children if we're not willing to do what's necessary to ensure their well-being? Love is a verb. It's not something passive, it's active. It demands action from us. And direct action is our power. There are billions of us. We are the global majority who want a world free from AI. And I just want to make it clear. There is no way in principle of guaranteeing the safety of these super intelligent systems the AI companies are trying to build. It's impossible. We can't run an experiment with the world. We can't. The only way that we can guarantee the safety of these systems is to permanently ban their construction forever. Anything less than that is rolling the dice with the future of humanity. And I just want to say I'm going on trial later on this month as well for taking direct action. I just want to point out, there's about 20 of us here. More than that, including the videographers, the photographers. It's time for us to step out of this preconceived notion we have that action is something other people do. We're the ones who need to step up to the plate. Everyone who bears the knowledge of what's at risk, what's at stake, has that responsibility. If we were to take direct action today, it would be a global historic event. It would be the largest act of nonviolent direct action to stop AI development in world history. It won't be the last, but it's our responsibility to build those numbers and to build a mass movement capable of compelling our governments to do what's necessary to stop this technology immediately. So what are you going to do? This is your life.
Stop AI!
Stop AI!
Stop AI!
And I hope that I'll see you in front of the doors of OpenAI and the other frontier companies as well. And we need to blaze a path, and we need to build the systems of support that make it easier for people to take that step in our common defense. And we need to stand up and support the people that do. And I'm immensely grateful to you, Win, for what you've done for my family and for all of humanity. That's all I have to say.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you so much for Win for your bravery, and for Guido for those wonderful, inspiring words, for David for his expertise, and that concludes our press conference.
Can I ask some questions?
Oh, right.
Absolutely.
Please, sorry.
Okay, I missed like a little bit of Wynn's speech. I'm wondering, so what is the status with your trial? It starts today, is that right?
Yes. Today will most likely be motions in limine, which means motions that the judge will decide upon, not the jury. So the most important motion will be asking for the necessity defense. And if we are granted that, the trial will take probably 10 days. If we are not granted that, it will probably take 2 to 3 days. But the necessity defense is kind of like if you're in the parking lot at a grocery store and it's a hot day and you notice there's a child in the car seat in back of the car and it's the child's in distress. It is necessary to break the window and save that child. And nobody's going to prosecute you for it because it's, even though you broke a law, it could be construed as vandalism. It was necessary to prevent a greater harm. That's exactly the defense that we feel is legitimate in this case. There will be jury selection probably today, and hopefully it will be concluded and the trial can start tomorrow.
In the press release, it said that Sam Altman may be subpoenaed.
Yeah, so we did subpoena Sam Altman. The subpoena was quashed without prejudice because there needs to be a determination as to whether it is appropriate to have him take the stand. If we get the necessity defense, it's more than appropriate. I believe it's more than appropriate regardless. I was there in front of the doors of OpenAI specifically because of statements that Sam Altman made, such as, it could be lights out for all of us. So anyway, we do hope to reissue the subpoena, and we hope that he will be compelled to testify.
Are you the first StopAI member going on
Yes,
trial in San
yes,
Francisco?
yes.
Okay. And then Guido Weirs? Your trial?
Guido's trial, okay, I'll let Guido answer, but his is delayed a bit because of his actions in Washington, D.C., but he will also be tried later on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Good answer.
Can I also ask, I know you went on a hunger strike a while ago. What made you stop?
Okay, Guido.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went on a hunger strike last year in front of Anthropic,
Yeah.
calling on their CEO to stop threatening the life of my children and the lives of the people of this world, to do everything in his power to stop the race to artificial general intelligence, which is the goal of all the frontier AI corporations. And if he wasn't willing to do either of those things, to meet with me personally and explain why he feels that he has the right to put my life, your life, the life of every person on Earth in danger. And I started that hunger strike partly as an act of faith. I believe that everyone has the potential to change, to refrain from sin, and to do what's right. And I believe that what the people in Anthropic are doing is a grave sin. I think by the third day, news of the hunger strike had spread to the UK, and my friend Michael Trezzi joined. And then another friend joined from Amsterdam. And then a person that I'd never met in India started up. Part of the reason that I took that action was to draw attention to this issue and to alert my community and the broader human community to the urgency of the situation. After 30 days of hunger striking, news had gone around the world and had been published in press on 3 continents. It's a first step. It's not the last step. It's our responsibility, those of us who understand the meaning of this threat, the urgency of it, to do everything in our power to draw attention. And not just to draw attention, but to build that attention into a movement capable of stopping it. And so on the 30th day, I stopped my hunger strike as my body was beginning to shut down. And I rested, and I built my strength back, and I'm back in the fight. And that's what we need to do. We can't stop. We have to keep going. No matter how hard it looks, no matter how hopeless it might seem. Because the truth is, there will come a point when what seems impossible becomes obvious, the obvious truth to everyone. And it's our responsibility to do everything we can to bring that point as close out of the future into the present as we can.
This is a pretty small turnout, I would say, for the press conference. How do you think we can, you can get more people to notice, or do you think there's more you can do to?
There's more that everyone can do, absolutely, and we all have to search our souls for that.
And we think that a lot of people are watching our live stream, and so they didn't come.
Also, we had 1 business day notice.
Yeah, we had 1 business day notice about this because of the way the court system is, and it just kind of, I'm just going to say, jerks people around, defendants and plaintiffs, So I just knew about this on Thursday.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
Direct action, massive direct action. It's the single most effective thing to force this into the public conversation and to force the political crisis that this is. You know, to force a decision. Are we as a people going to allow this to proceed, or are we going to stop it?
The movement to stop AI and to resist AI more generally is growing rapidly, and I think it's guaranteed to be much bigger in the near future. One of the areas that's most active and growing fastest is the resistance to data centers. Evitable recently helped produce a report showing that the amount of people resisting data centers in their local communities is close to 500,000 across the United States. That's 5 times more than 5 months ago. These data centers exist because of these efforts to build superintelligence. That is their purpose. And many people resisting them understand that, and that is part of their reason for opposing them, besides all of the impacts on their communities.
And then my last question, has anybody heard from Sam Kirchner since he disappeared? No?
I have not.
no one has heard from Sam Kirchner since he disappeared. No.
So,
Sam, if you're watching this, please reach out to us. We're worried about you, and we really care about you, and we feel like we can all learn from our past mistakes and go forward in unity and fight this together.
I want to correct what I think is a common misunderstanding in the reporting on Sam Kirchner. I think it's been reported that he threatened OpenAI, and I'm not aware of any evidence that he did so. I think there were concerns that he might intend to take violent action, but I don't believe that he explicitly made any such threats. So I think that's important to correct for the record.
okay, thanks. And so, Sam Altman will not appear in this trial because the subpoena was quashed, is that right? Just to be
Well,
clear.
as of now, the subpoena was quashed,
Right.
but we can subpoena him again if we get the necessity defense, and we fully intend to do that.
Okay, gotcha. Who are you represented by?
I'm represented by Rose Michon.
Okay. All right.
Has necessity defense has it succeeded in political cases here or anywhere?
Yes, there was a case in Connecticut. Okay, I'm going to have Sonali answer that question. Massachusetts,
2016 or 2018.
2018.
13 climate activists were acquitted.
13 climate activists were acquitted on the necessity defense. And I know there was also a plowshares action, which I don't know the specifics of.
There was also a case this year. And I can give you
Okay, apparently there was a case this year. We've got to
Succeeded in the UK as well.
collate, we've got to collate all of these. Yeah, okay. So yes, there has been.
Okay.
And we believe that if the judge doesn't give the necessity defense now, after all that's been in the news recently about AI, then it's just.
Do it again until they do.
Yeah, then we'll do it again until they do. But it would be really surprising to me if the judge is that blind.
Who's the judge in this case? Do you know?
I think it's Bergert, Berget, I think, something like that.
This is San Francisco Superior Court.
It is San Francisco Superior Court, yes. And it's going to start at 9 o'clock just in that building, half a block away. Everybody should come in to the courtroom. And we do need to leave ourselves time to get through security. We've got 10 minutes left of this press conference. Is there any other questions?
No, that's it. Thank you.
I just want to add, there's several leading experts who are interested in appearing as expert witnesses in this trial to testify to the imminent threat posed by OpenAI's activities.
Including who?
Yeah, David was going to be an expert witness, and instead we got Max Tegmark involved and also Stuart Russell.
Okay, so they're going to be answer witnesses.
Well, Stuart Russell for sure. I think Max Tegmark has some conflicts with his schedule, but Stuart Russell for sure.
If you if the trial does not go favorably, do you know like what sort of
Consequences?
consequences there will be?
Well, the charges carry up to a maximum of a year in jail, and I think that that probably won't be what they would sentence me to, perhaps maybe 30 days. I don't know, but I'm not worried at all. I am willing to accept the consequences, and really, I'm just focused on getting the message out. That's the most important thing.
Thank you.
Michael.
I have a question. So we've seen with like Musk versus Altman that the jury didn't side with Musk and instead they sided with OpenAI. So do we have any guarantee that the jury will side with you instead of
Okay, so the question is about the Musk-Altman trial in which Musk sued Altman for changing the nonprofit to a for-profit that Musk was involved with at the very beginning and felt betrayed by the move to make it a profit. The jury found in favor of OpenAI basically on a legal technicality that Musk had expired the statute of limitations. So it was kind of a dodge in that they didn't really decide the merits of the case itself. They basically sided with OpenAI strictly on the fact that they thought Musk, exceeded the statute of limitations. The thing is that either company that won, or either person, Altman or Musk, that won, we all lose. And the issues at stake were not at all the issues that are real, the imminent harm to and the current harms of AI. Those were not even factors in the case. The judge explicitly said that she would not allow those things to be argued. So the case was not about the good of humanity or mitigating the harms of AI. The case was about two billionaires fighting each other and wanting more billions and more power. That's what the case was about. So no matter who won that case, we all lose. We've got to bring cases that actually do focus on the relevant issues. And that's what this case will do. Okay, I think it's a wrap. Thank you all for showing up. All of you on the live stream, thank you for showing up. If you have questions, you can always email us at contact@stopai.info. Thank you. Stop AI! Stop AI!
Okay, Lynn, let's get you to court.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so are you going to take care of all these?
I got it.